Yeah, how's it going, guys? I know the lighting is terrible. It's the middle of the night, and that's all we got right now in here. Okay, a lot of thought has gone into this. I think there's more thought into this than the whole car. We have a series of lines. Obviously, we have the original shape. Can't get around that. And the side lines are going to be parallel to the shape. So whatever I cut is going to go outward. That's just the way it's going to be. Okay, because if I make it straight, then that's going to look funny. Okay. We did a bunch of measurements. I never posted the video. Okay. These holes can be filled if need be. The other holes right there, I don't see the purpose of filling them to get in a little bit more. So in reality, to move this line over maybe an inch on either side, not gonna happen. We did a bunch of measurements of the engine. I have another video of it. So we took measurements from the cowl, and then I spaced it a little bit, and then I took measurements forward to where the magneto would be. That's what this circle represents. Give or take a little to the left or right, but that's about where it is on an angle. So what do we have? Obviously, these lines represent these lines here. Okay, this one's drawn in. Obviously, we're not going to go to there, but this is drawn in here. That represents here. Okay, so whatever we cut out of here is going to be kind of like a duplicate of here. In the back, don't go by this. This was just to let me know I was curving it. It's going to be the same radius as the front to add a little to it. Okay, so what do we have? We have, if you look close enough, you can see the line of where the scoop was. And the scoop ends pretty much right where this is. So the scoop was sitting to here. Okay, and the scoop was going to here. It goes here, and obviously this scoop went back just a hair. So we're kind of where the scoop is. Filling in these holes isn't an issue either. We did some measurements. We had like 5.5 inches to the carburetor, but the hood opens up like that. So it's going to hit right into it. Okay, this is going to be more realistic. Okay, to me, as long as it covers the cowl, it makes the curve. That's good enough. That's good enough for back there. One carburetor lands right here, and one carburetor lands right here. Okay, so no reason to leave this hole the way it is. It's not going to do us any good. So what do we have? We have the magneto here. The power steering pump would be next to it, so that would be mostly covered. That's why I came back a little bit, cover some of the magneto. I can go wherever I want. Okay, so we took measurements, and from here to the front of the magneto lip was 27 inches. Okay, so that still represents 27 inches right here. We measured the width of the engine from valve cover to valve cover, the outer sides of the valve cover, and we came up with 20 inches, I think it was. And here, now that we moved back, I haven't really seen what it is. I know what the back measurement is because I checked it the other day. We are looking at 19 inches. So we're going to go from 19 inches to, I think it was 21 inches. Okay, perfect. That'll represent the actual engine itself. Okay, if this hole looks big, it might be a little deceiving. I mean, here's the whole entire hood. It's only going to here. So there's still a ways to go, and then a whole front of the hood. So the hole is a lot smaller than you think, and I'm going to show you just how small it is in reference to what was there. Okay, so we're kind of close to where the edge of the scoop was, same here. So the front edges of this is going to be equal to the scoop. It's just going to V out, and this is not going to be a square line. It's going to be whatever it is exactly here. So I'm going to trace this. Okay, which is pretty much almost blunt. This is a body line that comes down here and up here. Okay, so basically the only difference is my hole's going to come out instead of taper in. There's no reason to taper it in. I don't think it'll look right. But we're not done playing here. This is what we are doing. For now, I'm going to leave everything here. I'm going to say I'm going with this hole. I am going to cut a piece of oak tag, the same size as that hole, and lay it there, black. And that'll visualize the hole, and I'll get to see it rather than all these lines and these holes and all this additional stuff. Also, what that's going to allow me to do is flip the hood and see it in reference to some of the bracing. Okay, you could actually see the bracing right here. Now that bracing is not cut. Now they make the bracing flat and then there's a slight reveal or break in it. And if you remember here, we put in that piece of metal to finish it off the way it would have been. Not this, this is a rib. Just a little thin piece here. When we made that extra hole, that'll all be gone. What I did order today was, I ordered the original for Concord hood insulation, which might be a blessing, because I'm thinking if I can keep the cut part of the ribbing a little bit set back from the edge, I might be able to just cap it off, put the insulation on, and trace the insulation to the outer hole. Okay, it'll still be spaced away because of the ribbing, but you would have to actually look into it to see them. And you might, at that point, maybe do that part of the ribbing black, because underneath the hood's going to be white. So, but we got a couple of choices. The insulation does not cover the whole bottom of the hood, but it definitely covers where this hole is. So this is where we stand right now. We're definitely playing around with it. I think this is, like I said, the most I've ever played around with something before I went for it. And I think, truthfully, I don't think that hole is going to be too obnoxious for what I'm trying to accomplish here. Okay, I want you to see the motor. I want you to see what's done to the motor. That's the whole goal. I am a motor guy. I am not a body guy. I believe in mechanical things and the functionality of things and how they work and move. Body doesn't do anything to me. Okay, yeah, we spent a lot of time. We sanded it. It looks great. It's smooth as glass. I think it's the best paint job I've ever done to date. The car is highly detailed. The car is to show quality detail, actually. Just kind of scary. But my passion is engines and transmissions and drive lines and electronics, electrical and stuff like that. It's not body work. So are we enjoying it? Yes, but that's not what my passion is. So I think that's what we're going to go with. But like I said, I'll grab a piece of oak tag during the week. It's Tuesday now. It's Tuesday night. Well, it's almost Wednesday at this point. And yeah. But I think that's what's about to happen. So, yeah. And if none of this works out, we got the flat hood to cut a hole. And I was talking to somebody the other day, no, not somebody, I was talking to my girlfriend, and I was showing her the different scoops that I like. And the two scoops that I like that are my favorites and always was and always will be, I have a lot of favorites, but is the tunnel ram scoop. The one that comes up flat on the top. And when you look at it from the sides, it comes from the top. It bows in and bows back out. It's tall. It's like 9 inches tall or something, so you can fit the tunnel rim under it. It's got the big hole in the back. Okay, I think that's an awesome looking scoop, but we want to see what we got. And it wouldn't cover this. And my other favorite scoop was an L88. Love L88 scoops. But to put an L88 on top of a raised scoop, a raised hood, I saw it, I don't like it. They just don't flow together. So that would have to go on the flat hood. So I think it would be pretty cool when L88, I can't even say it, L88 scoop on the flat hood with the center of it cut out and air filter sticking through, but whatever, that's another thing. So I think rounding this off here would be nice. I think this is reality, how thick it is. Might seem narrow to you guys, but I'm telling you, I'll go check the wagon hood. I think that's going to be about reality. If I got to fill some of these in, I will. I'm really trying to avoid that if I can, so that'll just warp up the hood. But you could do it slow. And yeah. So now that I'm looking at it, I was going to go that whole distance, but then you were going to see the magneto. And you can still see part of the radiators, but you can see the whole radiators. You can see the fans, the pulleys, part of the radiator. This one's too far. That cuts into too much of bracing in the hood, so it would have been this one. Just believe it or not, that's just too much for me. And it's still rectangular to match the hood, because this hood is longer than it is wide. My wagon is wider than it is long. And I think that would be a nice touch, as long as you get the curve right, and as long as we get these exact to match there, and you put a curve in the back, that just shows you cared, and I think it's going to be pretty cool, pretty damn cool, pretty cool. And for you non-AMC people, bear in mind, anytime we pull into a parking lot and the motor sounds good, they automatically assume it's a small block Chevy in there. So, okay, we're out of here, guys. Maybe next time we'll have a little better lighting. So, that's what we're working on. Look forward to more videos. And trust me, no hasty decisions are being made here.